Kurt hates when I say when I was a kid watching him play football. I mean, he was still a kid too, in some ways. But I was a kid growing up like a lot of other kids in the United States and watching football and being like, who is this literally underdog? Who is this guy that nobody's heard of, that never got this shot? Now, and he was everybody knew the story, and he was, working at a grocery store and supermarket, and then plays arena football, and then gets in the NFL, and he wins some freaking Super Bowl. There were other details I didn't know at the time, when I was a kid, but I knew those. Everybody knew those. I was fortunate enough to spend a couple of days with him and his family in Phoenix between the last gig I did over the holiday break, basically, and then before coming back here to Oklahoma. And that was incredible to just, be able to not just, get more knowledge and data and wisdom about who he is and who Brenda is, and who their kids are, but just feeling his essence. You can watch interviews, you can do all kinds of stuff, but to actually be in a room with someone for extended periods of time and feel what is their energy like, what is their cadence like. It's very difficult to train once you're shooting all day, every day. But I had a good solid, 3.5 months, I think, of strength and conditioning. And I got about a month and a half or so of quarterback coaching and training, which was invaluable. I would just wish I would have had a lot more of it. It's very difficult to step into the shoes of and not just an NFL quarterback, a Hall of Fame NFL quarterback who threw a football his entire life, still throws a football beautifully. And I've thrown footballs, but I was never a football player. And I certainly didn't know the mechanics of, really throwing the best of spirals, and I did my best, there's just, at the end of the day, there's never enough time to train. I think part of the reason why I knew and really wanted to be an actor was because I found worth in it. At 4, I was entertaining people. It was when I was first cognizant enough that I could intentionally make somebody laugh. And I knew that laughter meant somebody felt good, and that made me feel good. And I was like, I'm going to do this all the time. And I think for Kurt, he found his worth in playing sports, particularly in football, as it turned out, although he was a great basketball player as well. And I think that with that, it's almost survival. You're willing it because you don't know what is life if you don't have this thing that gives you worth. What's the point of walking around this ball of mud, right?